Hello everyone, welcome back to wireless sensors and networks. Today we are going to discuss about the difference between WSN and wireless ad hoc network. Using few parameters we are going to compare these two networks. First one, infrastructure. WSN needs infrastructure and it has a large number of nodes. That means the network consisting hundreds of thousands of nodes, and these nodes are arranged in a fashion of star or mesh or hybrid topology. Whereas a wireless ad hoc network, it doesn't require any infrastructure and it has a less number of nodes. Next, sensing ability. In WSN, the nodes are equipped with a processing unit, sensing unit, communication unit, and memory device. The processing unit consisting small microcontrollers, and they have a processing capability and control the functionality of other devices of a sensor node. Generally, 8-bit, 16-bit microcontrollers are used to compute the data, and the sensing unit have a sensor which is used to capture or measure physical or environmental parameters like temperature, pressure, humidity, and so on. Communication unit has ability to transfer the data packet to the another node, whereas wireless ad hoc network that may have a processing unit, communication unit, and it doesn't have a sensing unit. That means they have no sensing ability for wireless ad hoc network. Power capacity. In WSN, sensor nodes consumes less amount of energy for sensing, computing, and transferring the information to another node. Therefore, power source is limited, and the small storage capacity batteries of energy source is enough. Generally, AA batteries are used to store the energy, and these batteries are recharge itself from the environment conditions using solar plates. Whereas a wireless ad hoc network, they require large capacity of power source. Cost. In WSN, the nodes are inexpensive. That means these are cheaper than wireless ad hoc network nodes. Whereas wireless ad hoc networks, they are expensive. The cost of these nodes are just like a PDS or laptops or systems cost. Next, attending nodes. In WSN, the nodes are remains unattended. That means if you consider some areas like a wild forest area as well as over the sea and remote places, in that places you can't go. But if you want to measure the parameters in that particular areas, it is very difficult. Okay, in such cases, simply we are dropping these sensor nodes from the helicopter, and these nodes are designed for the prolonged lifetime. Whereas a wireless ad hoc network, that is not happens, they don't remain unattended. Batteries are replaced if the batteries are damaged or the nodes are damaged. Next, density and redundancy. In wireless sensor network, the density is very high. Just we saw it consisting hundreds of thousands of nodes. In that case, the density is very high, and as well as network redundancy is also high, because these sensor nodes are deployed in harsh environment, and as well as these nodes are placed in some hot areas to measure the parameters, and that's why these nodes are robustness. Whereas a wireless ad hoc network, the density is also low, only few of the nodes are placing in an area for the communication, and the redundancy is also low compared to the WSN. These are not withstand to the environmental conditions or harsh or hot areas. Next, range. The transmission range of WSN is only 3 to 30 meters, whereas wireless ad hoc network, the transmission range is 10 to 500 meters. Resources and data movement. In WSN, we saw it has a limited resources like memory, processing unit, and power source also. And the data movement is a point-to-point communication, means once the data is detected by the parameter, sorry, once the data is or the parameter is detected by these nodes, the same thing is forward to the one more neighboring node only, which is within the network. Whereas wireless ad hoc network, that is not happens. We require large amount of memory as well as large power supply to compute the data, and here the data is in the form of broadcasting manner, means once the information is want to transfer by these nodes, the same information is distributed to all the nodes within the network. It's like a broadcasting nature. And one more parameter is size. In WSN, the size of the nodes are, it may from grain sand to the shoe size boxes, whereas in wireless ad hoc network, the size of the nodes are just like PDS or laptops or systems. Thank you.